Hello, good evening. I'm Sigul from Concept, the BBA department. I have a few questions for you. If you have time, may I ask some questions?
Of course, sir, you can.
First of all, please introduce yourself and
course.
your organization.
Of course, I will. Nice to meet you, to hear from you, Nasibu. And whenever I see young generation doing this kind of activities, it makes me happy. And I have been feeling happy to having you in front of me. My name is Ruhullah Shakir. I'm working with GLS company. GLS stands for Global Linguistic Services.
Yes.
So we do provide globally the languages and its interpretation services. Right now I'm working with GLS company as a team leader and as a trainer.
So for how many years you doing work as a manager here?
Okay, thank you. I have been working here since last 3 years, and this one is going the fourth one, and it's going good. And I'm happy with the organization, with the employees, and it has been good for me.
And how long will it take more your organization to go further?
Well, let's see what happens. You never know what will luck bring for you today or tomorrow. But in this condition, with this condition, so of course I have many more years going with the same company, and I'm going good, and I'm happy with it. Whatever I'm achieving, whatever I'm getting from here, from different perspective, I'm happy with it.
How to go further and be successful. Tell me about your experience in HR department and your organization.
Thanks so much. Of course I will. Okay, and then experience as being HR in HR department with a GLS company, it has been good. I have many memories, many good experience, and I have achieved many things with working with the GLS company HR department. Maybe you may know and understand and have acknowledgement about the HR department as you're a student, a fresher student. So it has been quite good. And but yes, still there is something as everything having up and downs. So yes, I'm still against some rules and policies which are included in our HR department. So yes, as everything have its own up and downs. So yes, but overall it's going good. I'm happy with it, and it's good.
My second question is that what is the staffing method in your organization?
Okay, it's quite good. As every organization having its own policies and rules they have to follow to make their stuff and recruitment. So it's quite good. But a candidate, which wants a candidate, a competitor wants to achieve a seat or wants to be a member of the GLS company, he has or she has to come through many phases. And it's quite good. But as I mentioned that everything you have is bad in good size. So overall it's good, and it's going good.
How many times do you have staffing method in a year? How many times?
Okay, it depends on the company and the employees, and the demand in the demand and supply method. You may hear about it, but if our employees do not want to continue his or her contract with us, so of course we would like to go for the stuffing again and again. If not, so yes, of course we would like to go and continue going with our old employees, because they are more expert, they are more familiar with our rules and policies, and having a new one, it's been a kind of difficult for the company, because a new or a fresher employee do not know the how to chase his or her responsibilities, how to get done within time the task given to him or her. So that's all. It depends on the employee and their contracts.
Okay, good answer. Thank you. My third question is that how does your organization deal with the employment relation?
Okay, a good question you asked. And yes, as you may know and you may hear about that, the good motivation is money. Of course, everyone wants money, everyone is working for money. So yes, I'm working in an interpreting company. So yes, here are some ranges. If you get that range, you get more money, you get more bonus. So yes, and except money, yes, there are more other motivation as well, which are like kind of award from different perspective, behavior, and chasing the task and responsibilities within time. So yes, in the end of each and every month, we do name an employee with the employee of the month.
Okay, good. Just you did this things you have in motivation have also bonus or prize like a money you told, but also like do you have any bonus to your employees?
Of course we do. Yes, of course. When a person get to the range we targeted for a month for an employee, if he or she gets to there, we give her about 10K more bonus than his or her salary.
Okay, good.
Yes, and it has been a quite good motivation for the employees. There being a positive competition between the employees, and we have a good experience from it.
Okay, good answer. Thank you. My third question is that how does your organization deal with the employment relation?
Okay, a good question you asked. And yes, as you may know and you may hear about that, the good motivation is money. Of course, everyone wants money, everyone is working for money. So yes, I'm working in an interpreting company. So yes, here are some ranges. If you get that range, you get more money, you get more bonus. So yes, and except money, yes, there are more other motivation as well, which are like kind of award from different perspective, behavior, and chasing the task and responsibilities within time. So yes, in the end of each and every month, we do name an employee with the employee of the month.
Okay, good. Just you did this things you have in motivation have also bonus or prize like a money you told, but also like do you have any bonus to your employees?
Of course we do. Yes, of course. When a person get to the range we targeted for a month for an employee, if he or she gets to there, we give her about 10K more bonus than his or her salary.
Okay, good.
Yes, and it has been a quite good motivation for the employees. There being a positive competition between the employees, and we have a good experience from it.
Okay, and what is the performance appraisal method followed in your organization?
Oh, I'm sorry, Nasib. I didn't get the word appraisal. What does it mean?
Actually, evaluation.
Oh, thank you so much. I understood that now. Evaluation. As I mentioned in the start, that every company has its own policy, its own rules, and its own tasks and activities to an employee. So if a person get that done, if a person stick to their responsibilities in following the policies and rules, of course, the evaluation for that person will be positive, and we will, of course, motivate that person to keep it up and keep it doing. And the evaluation all depends on the policies that whomever follow that. So evaluation of that person, of that employee will be positive in the end of the month.
Okay, good answer, thank you. And how much will emphasis is given to training and development in your organization?
Well, every company, as it's an important phase of a good employee. So if a person, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, I'm sorry, but if a person gets done his or her activities and pay full attention to the training, so of course overall his result in the company will be quite good. So yes, of course, according to other phases, we pay more attention, we emphasizes more than other on a training, because it's a base. When you have a good base, yes, you can grow up, you can build up a good person or whatever you're expecting from your employee. So yes, we emphasize on a good training, and we give it from about 1 to 2 weeks, and that's all.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Are you convinced that your company has appropriate compensation and benefits?
Of course it does. I think so. Basics, you can say basics, compensation and benefits it provides to each and every employee. But overall it depends on the employee. Overall it depends on employee's performance. As the employee performance good, so of course the benefits, the compensation toward employee is going to be good and huge. According to the employee which doesn't perform the performance within time or with a good you can say attention. So of course it depends on the employee, but overall it's quite good.
And how much emphasis is given to training and development in your organization? Please tell me, please give some examples of this question.
Of course, I will. Being as a trainer, being as a team leader, well, I always emphasize on being a good training, because it's something best for the employees. You have to build up, you have to work stronger on their best, on their training. So most of the time it has been given from our policies, from our GLS company, from 1 to 2 weeks. But still I don't accept it. It needs more period of time. But overall it's going good. And training is something you keep learning in this phase. And coming to our company as being as an employee, you have to apply, you have to execute all the training you have learned in those 2 weeks in your future activities, to chase your responsibilities. Well, in start, as you mentioned that you need to have an example. So let me give an example. In start, as we were recruiting employees for our company, and there were many candidates, but the problem was that we wasn't paying good attention toward training. We just wanted to have more and more more candidates and more employees, but it went wrong. And it created many problems for us, because as we were having a kind of hurry to get done the training and get the employees to a real phase to get done their responsibility. But in the middle of those chasing responsibilities, we were facing problems, difficulties, and at the same time we were giving them on the training phase. We have to give the time again and again, because we had a kind of rush in training phase. So it's an important phase. You have to give it proper time. You have to pay full attention toward it, and it's a kind of base you have to build up stronger and stronger. And then that was example. But then after that, we are giving the training full time. We are paying attention proper. We are giving it proper time and proper attention. So it's going good now according to initial years.
Okay, good. Please tell me shortly how much time give you to trainer. Can you tell me shortly?
Of course I can. In first year, I was employed. I was working as employee. Then since last 2 years, I'm working as a trainer, and then now I'm working as a team leader here with GLS company. And as I mentioned before, our company provides interpreting services globally.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. No problem. Thank you.
What is your suggestion or advice, or you like, what you want to give to your organization in terms of HR department?
Okay. Again, it's a good question, but till now I don't have any good enough suggestion for the HR department, because till now it's going quite good. I'm impressed from their decision and from their recruitment method and the policies they are following. But as everything have its own up and downs, so yes, as a coins have two sides. So yes, I see some a kind of incompleteness in it. So I would like to suggest to give more time to the training phase, and do not do not accept any references. Just keep selecting employees on their merit, on a base of their merit, on a base of their qualification, or on a base of their experience. Maybe there is not, but still I have some doubts about it. But overall it's going good, and till now I'm impressed from them, and it's going good.
Okay, thank you for giving us time to us, and you are.
No problem. Anytime you can, and it has been a good activity you have done with me, and I think it's going to be a good impact on your career, on your upcoming activities, and your boldness. And whoever gave you this activity, it's quite good, because it's something practical. It's not something you can get done with your classmates or within class. Yes, you have to go outside, you have to explore organization, you have to get set with the more experts. And thanks so much. No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem.